Hey guys, so today we're performing Act 4, Scene 1 of William Shakespeare's Macbeth. This scene portrays the witches, their apparitions, and Macbeth's reactions to them. Macbeth, who was originally worried, becomes more relieved after hearing the apparitions. However, a vision of Banquo's descendants puts him into fear. After the apparitions fade away, Macbeth talks to Lennox, and after being informed that Macduff has fled to England, he goes after Macduff's family instead. At the beginning of the scene, the stage directions in line 1 indicate that thunder can be heard, and it is implied that everything will take place amidst a thunderstorm because of it. This is relevant as the gloomy weather can parallel Macbeth's subpar mental health throughout the play.
Wait, so how would you connect the performance with the scene? Like, do you think we could add thunder effects to make Macbeth act more unseated?
Yeah, we could do something like that. Because in the article made by the Newport Institute titled, "How Does Your Physical Environment Affect You and Your Mental Health?" they argue that one's environment can change their mood and emotions. More specifically, that negative emotions can come from a gloomier environment. So our performance of the scene, the environment of a stormy weather and clouds in the beginning, should be used to help convey the mental state Macbeth is in.
To further comment on Macbeth's mental state and ways to perform Macbeth lines, in the article I researched, What to Know About Hallucinations by Zon Valines, where Valines talks about the effects of hallucinations, I argue that the apparitions and witches are hallucinations because when Macbeth calls in Lennox at the end of the scene, he questions if Lennox saw the witches, and Lennox replies with no, possibly introducing the possibility that Macbeth was just hallucinating. Valines states that alongside weather affecting Macbeth, he was initially in a poor mental state, and once hallucinations occur, an individual can have unusual beliefs, paranoia, or be aggressive.
What lines do you think we can incorporate those emotions into? Do you think the scene where Banquo's bloodline is shown to Macbeth is a good example of that?
Yeah, line 127 where Macbeth yells, "Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo," down. His previous lines can have a hint of curiosity, while this line can be performed with aggressiveness or fear to show the effects of hallucinations on his temperament. In addition, once Lennox informs Macbeth of Macduff's departure, instead of acting arrogant like when he reacts to the apparitions, he still must reassure himself and decides to greet Macduff's family with death. Such recklessness exemplifies his paranoia or uncertainty. Another effect of hallucinations on the human mind. So lines 171 to 174, Macbeth can hesitantly declare by stuttering, "Seize upon fire, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his life."
We can definitely incorporate Macbeth's recklessness and paranoia into the scene. My article connects more to the witches because I researched an article titled "Beliefs: An Open Invitation to the Anthropology of Magic, Witchcraft, and Religion," and I read the excerpts relating to witchcraft and types of magic. My article explained the different forms of witchcraft and how witches often distort the natural world with their powers. My article also informs that although witches and witchcraft are often viewed as evil, especially in pop culture and Christian societies, however, witches don't always have to be evil, as they could be using witchcraft as a form of cultural practice or ritual, rather than using sorcery, which is always for evil.
Well, what I researched was very similar to yours. Instead of talking about both the good and bad things about witches, my article mainly focused on the supernatural powers of witches and how the character is mainly built on this idea of evil. It was created by a website called BBC titled Popular Culture in Elizabethan England. It explains their stereotype abilities like potion making, castle spells, using dark magic, and strange powers like foretelling the future.
That's similar to what the Weird Sisters were doing at the beginning of the scene. They were surrounding a cauldron as they chanted and filled it with weird ingredients while preparing to reveal the apparitions about Macbeth's future.
Yeah, and later in the article, it mentioned how they gained powers by creating a pact with the devil. They're seen as evil and demonic because of that agreement, which are some of the characteristics the Weird Sisters were given, including the character of manipulation. The sisters tricked Macbeth into believing he is immortal by giving him half-truths, which led to his decision that only brought his downfall, demonstrating their power to influence the future. Basically, the scene used the myths of witchcraft to form the characteristics and personality of the Weird Sisters towards those beliefs.
That reminds me, as the apparitions are talking, we could add some light coming out of the cauldron.
Oh really? How would that impact our scene?
Well, as dark environments convey negative and unhealthy mental states, brighter environments convey the opposite. More specifically, an increase of light, whether it's natural or artificial, can increase someone's spirits and be uplifted. The Newport Institute's article that I read about earlier describes that light plays an important role in physical and mental health. Insufficient levels of natural and or artificial light in our room can catalyze stress and anxiety.
Oh, so when the apparitions are talking, you can make the cauldron shine off its own light, which helps uplift Macbeth. Not to mention the apparitions that tell him that what he wants to hear and help calm him down about the situation.
Yeah, just like that. During the lines 88 to 92, when the second apparition speaks, the cauldron could glow. And when they stopped talking, the cauldron could stop glowing afterwards.
Double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake. In the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog. Wool of bat and tongue of dove. By the pricking of my thumb, something this way comes. Open locks whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black midnight witches? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
Though I conjure you by that which you profess to answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasures of the seas of life tumble altogether, even till destruction sicken, answer to what I ask you.
Speak, the man will answer. If hast, say it from our mouths or from our master.
Call 'em, let me see 'em.
Come high or low, come office doth we show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
Macbeth! 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 Beware Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife! Dismiss me, enough.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast heard my fear already, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent one than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to score the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live Macduff, what need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king and wears upon his baby brow that round and top of sovereignty?
Listen, but not speak to it.
Be lion melted, proud, and take no care of who chase, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never be vanquished until great burning wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix his earthbound root? Sweet prophecies, good, rebellious deed, rise never till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one more thing. Tell me, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will not be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse will fall on you. Let me know! Why sinks that cauldron, and what noise is this?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear my eyeballs, and thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth? What? Will this line stretch to the crack of doom? Another yet. A seventh. I'll see no more. And yet the eighth appears, who bears a glass which shows me many more. And some I see that carry twofold balls and treble scepters. Horrible sight! I see it is true, for the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his.
Aye, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? I charm the air to give a sound while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say all our duties did his welcome pay.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What's your grace as well?
Saw you the Weird Sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed.
Infected be the air they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that are bringing word from this fled to me.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time thou prevents my dreadful exploits. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts. Be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cools, but no more visions.
Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.